What's up, everybody? We're on a podcast now. I'm Alex, and in this video, I want to talk about Prince of Persia: The Sands of Time remake. We got a pretty interesting rumor. It's actually a two-parter. There's Prince of Persia rumors, and there's also Black Flag rumors. I'm going to do Black Flag tomorrow. If you just come back to the channel in a day, we'll talk about the other Ubisoft game. And look, honestly, they're poised to have a pretty good, or at least big, maybe not good, depends on how these games come out. Within the first couple months of 2026, they might have two pretty big games releasing. So this one's talking about Prince of Persia. We'll take it from Insider Gaming here. I'll link it below if you guys want to check it out. Prince of Persia, Sands of Time remake release update. So they actually kind of report on themselves, which is kind of funny. So Insider Gaming's Tom Henderson, which this is on Insider Gaming, reported that Ubisoft's plans called for Prince of Persia remake to release prior to the Assassin's Creed Black Flag remake, and as of published, that remains the case. According to sources close to the game, the Prince of Persia Sands of Time remake is scheduled to release in mid-January 2026. In addition to the release plan, sources believe it's likely that the next look at the game will come at the Game Awards in December 11, 2025. That's always where the official date could be revealed. I'm not actually sure if that sentence makes sense, but I would say two things, okay? Number one, that is so quick. And actually a lot of the discussion that I want to have is really on that quickness because, okay, mid-January, that's great. To be honest with you, there's nothing in January, or for the most part, nothing. I don't want to diminish any game that does release in January, but you look at the release calendar, January is very open. February is a lot of like niche but big things like Dragon Quest, things like Yakuza. Obviously, at the end of the month, you have Resident Evil, so you have like the big titan there. But February's got its games, and they're kind of spaced out. And then March is just, okay, it's everything that wants to come out, you know, within 10 days of each other. Crimson Desert, Saros, 007, etc. Okay? So that February, March is really packed. The rumor for Assassin's Creed is kind of to be in that mess, by the way. But for Prince of Persia to come out in mid-January, it actually is a very good release date for it. I like January games. Honestly, you don't get a lot of them. It's normally one or two a year, and then things, you know, in that springtime, even though I guess it's the end of winter, things start to pick up in February. Historically, February is a pretty big month for games. March can or can't be. April can or can't be. May, and then June always kind of has a bunch. It kind of follows the same pattern each time, but so that would be great. In terms of just literally me coming to you and telling you Prince of Persia is going to release in mid-January, that's a really good time. I like that for it. However, okay, I want to play devil's advocate, but I also, you know, because I want to just look at the situation, I want to be honest. Okay, I don't want to say where has it been. I mean, that's kind of what I was going to say. So if you're going to show it in like 20 days from now, right, Game Awards. So you show it in Game Awards and it comes out 1 month later. Now, okay, I'm kind of playing both sides here because on one side, I actually really like that. The idea that you can show a game and it comes out 1 month after you show it. Now, okay, granted, we saw it like 4 or 5 years ago, right, whenever that first trailer was, the only trailer. And we know that it had loads of problems. We know that Ubisoft kind of had to take it from itself, right, swapping studios. And they really inherited a mess. And so they kind of had to restart it. And that's why it's taken so long. So, again, I like the idea that it's not really the first time we've seen it. But, you know, honestly, people have short memories. Maybe it is the first time. A lot of people see it. People, I think, have completely forgotten about it. And honestly, for good reason. So now you're bringing it back. You're seeing it again, kind of for the first time, but really not. And then it comes out a month later. There's a lot of that I actually really like. Don't keep us waiting. We don't need it to come out a year later. We don't need it to come out 3 years later. You release it literally within 30 days. It's a bold move, and I actually really like it. However, okay, let me play devil's advocate. I'm not entirely sold that comes from a place of confidence. Does that make sense? I think when you do that, it can show that you have confidence. I also feel it might, I mean, correct me if I'm wrong, or let me know, I guess, in the comments if you agree with this kind of line of thinking, because I kind of do go here a little bit, at least. It almost looks like you're hiding it, like you're almost afraid of it, so you're going to kind of rapid fire it. That I think is like the phrase I want to use. In one way, well, okay, you are rapid firing it, right? And I think everything I just said, you're kind of, that's a confidence thing. You can use it as a confidence thing. We feel so good about it. We're going to show it. We're going to release it. Bam, bam. We feel really good. But depends on how you look at it, because you could say it's been a mess so far. We're going to show it, but we're kind of up against the wall, or backed up against the wall. We're going to show it. We're going to release it 1 month later. and almost we're gonna rip the band-aid off, right? Instead of like bam bam and we feel good about it, it's kind of like ripping off a band-aid and being like, all right, let's just freaking take the hit. Let's put this game out here. We're gonna give it 1 month in people's heads, people's minds, and the attention span, right? We're gonna give it 1 month. It's going to come out, it's going to do whatever it's going to do, and then we're going to move on, because Assassin's Creed is probably going to come out a couple months later. If you look at it kind of with that, and that's a more pessimistic way of looking at it, but also you do have to look at the history. I don't think it's unfair to say the game's been a mess from what we understand of the last 4 or 5 years, right? So I'd like to believe in the rebound and that, okay, they figured it out. It's ready to go. Let's just freaking release it and let's go, right? Just jump on. But at the same time, it could be, okay, it's still kind of a mess. They're okay with the product they have. Let's release it. Let's get it out, and let's just move on with our lives and go to the next thing. Could really be either. It's kind of 50-50. Really, it's going to be that trailer. It's going to be that trailer in December, because also, like, if that trailer does not look good, you do not have time to even have a response to people's response, right? If the people don't like the trailer at the Game Awards, Ubisoft doesn't exactly have time to say, okay, well, we got 8 months, like we should be able to fix this. No, they say, okay, we got 30 days. Oh, and by the way, Christmas, a lot of studios will give like a 2-week period for like the Christmas holidays, which by the way, they should. I'm not saying, against that, but you do lose that period. So like Game Awards, you work on the game for what? 10 days after the Game Awards, you go on vacation, you come back, a week later, you're sending out codes and the game is out. That is a quick turnaround, and there is zero time to react or to change or to do anything based off people's reception. I know this is all based off a rumor, but if there's one, Tom Henderson is a very good insider, one of the best, and not just that, in terms of Ubisoft, he's got people that just, I think, sit there and just email him directly in the Ubisoft office what they're saying. He's extremely, extremely accurate with Ubisoft stuff. So I believe him with this. I believe him with Assassin's Creed. It's going to happen. I really believe that. So let me know what you guys think. Make sure, as always, you're subscribed to the channel, bell icon turned on, and I hope to see you all on the next one.